All right, let's talk about Portuguese immigration. If you're trying to navigate that system right now, you might be feeling, well, pretty confused. Rules seem to be changing constantly, new procedures are popping up, and it's a lot to keep track of. And hey, you're not alone. Even legal experts are using phrases like great legal uncertainty. It's a widespread feeling, for sure. But today, our goal is to cut through some of that chaos and bring you some real clarity. We're going to break down the immediate challenges, the stuff you need to do right now, and then zoom out to the bigger picture behind all these changes. And of course, we'll talk about what it all means for your future in the country. Okay, let's dive right in. First up, let's tackle the most urgent issue for so many of you, getting an expired residency permit renewed. The whole process has shifted, and everything, and I mean everything, hinges on one key date. So, this is the crucial point. The single most important question is, did your permit expire before or after the end of June 2024? Because that one detail determines exactly what you need to do next. Okay, here is your action plan. If your card expired before June 30th, you're covered by a government extension. That means your document is still considered valid within Portugal until October 15th, 2025. An AIMA task force should contact you, but if they don't, you'll use the General Government Services portal. Now, if your card expired on or after July 1st, that extension does not apply to you. This is so important. You have to be proactive and start the renewal yourself on the brand new dedicated renewals portal. Getting this right is the most critical practical step you can take. For those of you using that new portal, it's all online. You'll log in, confirm all your personal details are correct, and then you wait. It might take a few days, but you'll get a payment document called a Duke. Once you pay that fee, the portal unlocks, and you can finally upload everything, your passport, your proof of financial means, all of it. So, a little tip, have all those files scanned and ready to go beforehand. So that covers renewals, but beyond the paperwork, there is a much bigger shift happening. We're seeing a significant tightening of immigration control pretty much across the board. And the numbers really tell the story here. In 2024 alone, 2,300 people have been denied entry at Portugal's borders. It's a clear sign of increased vigilance. And this new scrutiny isn't just happening at the airport. It's also for people already inside the country. For anyone without legal status, the consequences are getting more serious. Right now, there are 420 people in temporary centers who are facing removal proceedings. And this isn't just a temporary policy. This enforcement is getting its own dedicated police force called UNEF. It's set to start operations in August 2025, with a planned team of 2,000 agents. So what does stricter enforcement actually mean in practice? Well, they're looking much more closely at your financial documents, especially if your income is from abroad. They're also cracking down on a rule that's always existed but wasn't always enforced. You have to declare your entry to the police, the PSP, within 3 days if you arrive overland from another Schengen country. And on top of that, we're seeing more naval patrols and more inspections all over the country. All right, this brings us to the ultimate long-term goal for so many immigrants, becoming a Portuguese citizen. But it looks like the goalposts for achieving that are about to move. This table really lays out the whole debate. Right now, the rule is 5 years of legal residency for everyone. The government has proposed a big change. 7 years for citizens from Portuguese-speaking countries, that's the CPLP, like Brazil and Angola, and 10 years for everyone else. But there's a compromise on the table from a group of experts, a flat 6-year requirement for all immigrants, no matter where you're from. That proposal is heading for a vote in Parliament soon. So when you put it all together, more bureaucracy, stricter rules, and a potentially longer wait for a passport, it naturally leads to a pretty critical question. On one side of the scale, the hurdles are very real. There's no denying it. The bureaucracy is tough and the rules are getting stricter. But on the other side, well, all the amazing rewards that drew people to Portugal in the first place, those haven't disappeared. And it's worth reminding ourselves what those rewards are. I mean, Portugal is the 7th safest country on the entire planet. It offers a quality of life that's slower, more balanced pace that's just so hard to find anywhere else. The public education system is high quality and accessible to immigrants' kids. And yeah, while it's getting more expensive, the cost of living is still way more accessible than in other major European countries. So here's the crucial point. The goal of all these changes isn't to make Portugal a country exclusively for the rich. It's really about making sure that the people who come here are prepared. They want to see that you have a good plan and at least a minimum stability to support yourself. You could say it's a shift from just being open to being open for the well-prepared. So, in the end, it really is a personal decision, isn't it? The path to living in Portugal is getting more challenging, there's no doubt. But the destination itself remains incredibly appealing. We hope this explainer has given you the clarity you need to weigh those pros and cons for yourself.